Hello there, and welcome back. So, in the last mission, we were sent to bring in Tassadar into custody, but instead, the decision was that we actually made the decision to rescue him and save him from the Conclave. And in this mission, we're going to see the consequences of that decision. So, join me for part 5 of the Protoss campaign, Choosing Sides.
Executor, by following Tassadar and attempting to rescue the Dark Templar, you have openly defied the will of the Conclave. Abandon this mad scheme now, and the Conclave may show you mercy.
Don't let him control you, Executor. The Judicator have long since steered the actions of the Templar to their own ends. It's time we acted of our own accord.
Ah, Tassadar, have you fallen so far? To think that you were our brightest hope, our most beloved son. Now you are everything that we are not. You are lost to us. Not only have you damned yourself, but you have damned those who have followed you.
Such is the price for our race's salvation, Judicator. I have been here with the Dark Templar these last few months. While I helped them in their fight against the Zerg, I learned many of their secrets from the prelate, Zeratul. Apparently, the energies which empower the Dark Templar also course through the Overmind and its cerebrates.
The same cerebrates which you told us to destroy. Your advice was useless, for the creature was reincarnated before our eyes.
Unfortunately, yes. Your attack on the Cerebrate failed because the energies that you wield are useless when used directly against the Overmind and its Cerebrates. Only the Dark Templar's power can truly harm the Zerg. That is why we must rescue Zeratul and return him to Ire.
You were warned, Executor. The Conclave will not be pleased.
So that's one thing that, thinking back, always bugged me about the mission where we destroyed the Cerebrate. I was like, Tassadar, could you maybe not mention the whole you need to be a Dark Templar thing before we attacked the Cerebrate? Presumably there's a reason he didn't directly mention that. Maybe he thought the Protoss could do it without being Dark Templar, and he's later realised. I don't know, but I do feel like that was kind of a plot thread that they missed out on. But anyway, we need to bring Tassadar and 2 zealots to the installation entrance where we are going to search for the Dark Templar. So, here we go. So, yeah, we actually saw this in the last mission, the Archon. We're also going to get the shuttle in this mission. So, let's get started. So we've got Tassadar. Obviously he needs to survive, especially because we need to bring him and 2 zealots to the entrance. We've got a base up here. We've got a gas geyser quite far from our main mineral patch. So that's one thing to watch out for. Now we're on an island. That means we're going to get a lot of drops, I'm sure. It also means we're going to have to consider how and where we're going to expand to. So that'll be part of the reason we're giving shuttles this mission, because we're going to need them. Now I'm not sure, but I think there may be some mineral patches around here. Now what I am going to do is I'm also going to build an assimilator up here. And do we have a gateway? We have a gateway, good. So I think a cybernetics core, when we can afford one, will be useful. If we do have extra mineral patches on this base, that would be extremely useful. I'm in 2 minds. I don't know whether I should build a nexus there or not, or whether I should just deal with the fact that I'm going to be sort of doing some long range mining. Aha! Here's another mineral patch. How big it is I don't know. Does it have a Vespine geyser? It does. That's a little more practical location wise. So I'm going to put some in mining gas there. Now my worry here is that's going to be a very vulnerable point for attack as well. Now I don't think attacks are just going to come from up this ramp, so that's another thing to watch out for. I'm going to stick 1 zealot down here just so we've got vision. You can go and mine there as well. Let's get another probe. You get us a cybernetics core, which I'm going to stick sort of in our base. And actually, let's get another pylon so we can start putting some photon cannons around our base. It's going to be very difficult for our forces to be in all places at once. But we are definitely going to want to take this expansion shortly as well. Now, I don't really want to scout with the shuttle. They are very, very slow. They do get an upgrade to go a little bit faster, but I am going to have a quick look around. I'm going to put a third into gas. We would need more than 3 to really make this a cost-effective, not cost-effective, to get the most money out of that trip. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm just going to try and tolerate having a much lower gas income until we can get the expansion over here. There should be a place where we can put a nexus, which is pretty much equidistant between the two. Again, one sort of... I don't even want to necessarily say it's a flaw, it's more of a quirk. One quirk with the campaign is that the... we need a forge if we're going to build cannons. One quirk of the campaign is the mineral and gas placement is frustrating sometimes. And it's something you noticed in later, even in Warcraft 3, in later Blizzard games, they very much accounted for. I mean, in Warcraft 3 that's a little easier to account for because you don't have the primary and secondary resource in quite the same way. One of them is lumber, but still. Right, let's get some cannons down because I would not be surprised to see an attack from that angle, and we've got some defences up here for the moment. But let's get another probe in production, and then when we can we'll build a pylon up here and we'll put a couple of cannons here as well. Now I don't think we want to build any upgrades just yet, but we can see now we can build a robotics facility with a robotic support bay. I think we might actually be able to build Reavers, which would be very useful. So I am going to look at getting a robo bay there, and I think we'll also very shortly have enough minerals to get a pylon up here. I thought that was a zerg then. Although, as if there were zerg, just from a different angle. So, all told, quite fortunate that we had those photon cannons there. Let's get another cannon at the top of this ramp. Now Protoss units are very large, so that, you'll see, is 2 in a shuttle. That is 4. Even though these are probably of comparable size to a Goliath. Assuming I guess in the lore they're probably bigger, but we'll put another cannon there. And I think we also want a Citadel of Adun. Yeah, we can build robo bays and reavers. Now we can't build reavers yet because we need a robotic support bay. I'm actually going to look at putting another photon cannon around here somewhere. So, he on his own, he's probably going to struggle there. Wouldn't mind getting the legs so he can run away there a bit faster. Now that's going to be a place that's going to be very vulnerable to drops as well, so whenever we do expand to there we are going to need to take plenty of zealots with us, dragoons with us. And also we'll want to establish some photon cannons. But I think it's time to start thinking about that expansion. I'm going to save beforehand, just so
Not enough minerals.
Nothing, if anything terrible does happen. There we go, I think that's the place that's equidistant. We'll get a pylon down as soon as we can. because while that's constructing we can get some photon cannons up. Unfortunately those won't really be in the way of any mining there. Let's get another probe down here. I'm almost tempted to take Tassadar over there just because he's got that storm ability, but we'll see. Put some zealots down there in case any ground forces do get through. And we'll get an assimilator on the go as well. Another probe. I think we're probably saturated here now. Let's get some cannons. That should repel attacks. Now, I wouldn't mind getting some more shuttles soon. I'm going to stick this shuttle around here just so we've got a little bit of vision. And you build another cannon there. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to move some of these probes over to here. Now hopefully by the time they get there, that building will have, that nexus will have finished. And we'll also start working on some things to mine from here. So let's see, what can this shuttle see? A terran. So you might remember from an earlier mission, the terrans are actually on the surface of Char. I think a robo facility. Not a what's it called? Support bay. Yeah, I think a support bay is called for. He can squeeze through there and get another cannon down. Now, one thing I do know is there is actually a trigger when you destroy, I think at least one Terran building. It might be more than one. They start to an attack wave comes to attack you. So we don't want to be over eager there. So we can get an upgrade to shuttle speed, and I'm actually very strongly going to consider getting that because we are going to be using a lot of shuttles this mission. You get in mining there. In fact, you two also get in mining there, and we'll build some more probes for mining minerals. So we don't want to be over eager on attacking the Terran forces there. Get another Dragoon. Once we've got enough of an economy, we'll put some more gateways down. In fact, to that end, I'm going to put some pylons down here so we can actually build and expand around here. Also, the pylons will be useful in terms of their supply. And while that's going on, let's get some upgrades. Definitely should have got Dragoon range a lot earlier. One of the first, I tend to try and prioritise that upgrade. High Templar are very good. They're not again, I don't tend to use spellcasters a ton. Not because they're bad, just because I find them quite hard to micromanage. It's one of those things where if I was going to get into the multiplayer, I'd really have to work on that. So that's upgrading there. Is it worth getting legs now? I think so. And I think that's our sign to get a second gateway. And actually a starport probably wouldn't be a bad idea either. Now it's mildly vulnerable on the ground here, so that's going to be something I'm going to have to watch out for. Let's get a Stargate because we can afford to. And I'm going to put a facility, Templar archives there as well. Meanwhile, a few more cannons up here. The defence is there. Let's get some more probes.
Not enough minerals.
Because we are not nearly saturated yet. And you go off and do that while we're waiting. Now, can we get another cannon up here? It's very tempting to get another gateway. I don't think I'll need 2 robo bays just because
Upgrade complete.
The shuttles, shuttles and reavers I'm not going to be building tons of. You can see reavers are quite heavy on resources. Yeah, we're still on scouts only. Let's get some more probe construction.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Now we've got an attack here. Let's pull these probes out of the way first. So that's going to be another place for us to put a cannon. That's definitely going to be a place for us to put a cannon. It's very much going to be worth fortifying this ground, and lots of dragoons. Can I build a cannon there yet? No. That Ragnasaur is going to get in the way. I can see it happening very easily, very quickly. Upgrade complete. So let's get the next weapons. Absolutely get Storm. So High Templar are pretty much useless unless you wanted to use them to build Archons without any of the upgrades. I might actually just leave them for the moment. I wouldn't mind getting a Reaver. Now, the Reaver capacity sounds great, but actually, if you micromanage your Reavers properly, it's a waste of 200 gas and minerals. That, however, is huge. An extra 25 damage on each Scarab is big. You might remember we got Reavers in the third mission. If we'd have had an extra 25 damage, 3 shots would have instant killed a Zerg Sunken. Let's definitely get some more. Let's get a scout or two. And I'm going to want to build a shuttle soon as well. We are going to need shuttles to hop around. Sadly, we don't get observers on this mission. Those would be amazing. And we'll have some scouts to literally scout around. Got plenty of dragoons. I think we're relatively well set on defences. In fact, if I find Tassadar, let's make you control group 0. Zero is not the most practical control group, but what I'm actually going to do is hallucinate and send these scouts out to, well, scout. There we go. Now, arguably, we could put some photon cannons down here to repel the Zerg drops here too. So we can see Zerg base around there, Zerg base around there.
Upgrade complete.
I think a few more probes. You build a pylon here. That'll allow us to get some cannons down. Let's get some more dragoons. We also need the cannons because... what was I trying to say? We also need the pylons because of supply. Now I wonder if they're going to drop around here. So I'm actually going to build a pylon down here as well. Let's see what upgrades we can get. I think air damage upgrade would be nice. So we'll put the scouts in group 1. I'm not going to build a ton of scouts, definitely going to build quite a few dragoons. In fact, we don't need 2 dragoons queued. I think some reavers. I think it's time for some reavers. I'm going to just queue things up there. And I'm going to put some photon cannons here. And just so I've got my angles covered. And let's see, I think up here as well. What did that block us out of making? That blocked us out of making the probes, okay. Completely blank. Blocks us out of making the scout. Right, can you build a cannon down there? Let's queue up another Reaver as well. So, Reavers and Shuttles are like sort of peanut butter and jelly. They go together very well. But I definitely want... Actually, I'm going to rally the Reavers out of the way there. Let's get 2 Dragoons down here too. And you get back to mining. Don't follow him, get back to mining. And we'll get some cannons down here too. Now, if I get a cannon there and a cannon there, that should overlook sort of 2 positions. There's another shuttle. I think plasma shields would be a nice upgrade. And you get as a cannon there. And I think we're going to leave it at cannons for the moment. Now, what scouting information we got? So there's quite a lot to deal with there. Now, I have to wonder if that Terran position is there kind of for us to intentionally attack into. It's kind of, we're being baited into attacking it. But before I do that, I need to just make sure I've got a lot of Dragoons. Build up 5 Scarabs in each Reaver. So basically with your Reavers, you want to just be constantly building Scarabs to replace any that you've spent. I don't use Reavers a lot because they are quite hard, again, hard to micromanage. I find it easy just to send a swarm of Dragoons at the enemy, and that works for most of the campaign missions. But, you know, every so often. So again, Reaver capacity, not very useful. If I'm really running out of things to spend money on, then I'll get it, but...
Not enough minerals.
I will very shortly, though. There we go. Let's get another hallucination and see what we can see. So I'm going to make that control group 4. So we got a Reaver just a shuttle full of Reavers. Now, you 2 go over here. See our photon cannon defences can do a fairly good job there. Sadly, shield batteries don't work on buildings in StarCraft 1. Yeah. Now, I have to wonder, is this a position? No, that's just something... There's not actually any merit to attacking that, so we might leave it. I'm actually tempted to get some High Templar just for the hallucination for scouting, but I don't think we'll need to do that. However, as we get further into the mission, there are going to be some Terran forces that it's going to be impossible to avoid. So we do actually want to consider attacking the Terrans now. So let's get another shuttle.
You must construct additional pylons.
Of course, more pylons. I wonder if we can get a shuttle and land some Dragoons. Nearly called them Stalkers, eh? So if we get these 2, we've got another shuttle here.
Upgrade complete.
And see if we can sneak them around. Now I'm going to save before I do this, because like I say, this is going to trigger an unpleasant encounter. Can we get a shuttle out there? Let's get some more pylons around, because we're definitely going to need them. Now, let's see. Can you get there and drop without getting missiled? Yes, you can.
Protoss Commander.
There we go.
This is General Edmund Duke of the Terran Dominion Armada. You are in violation of our airspace and have endangered human lives in your reckless attack against the Zerg. I order you to withdraw your ships immediately. If you fail to comply, I will not hesitate to open fire upon your vessels.
General Duke, I am Tassadar, and you are well known to me. Whatever leniency I extended to you and your comrades before may have been in error. If you persist in halting our course, we will burn your pathetic fleet down to the last man.
I'm gonna have to assume that was a hostile response.
So actually, let's get these in the shuttle and out of the way, because I don't want to waste the Dragoons there. In fact, is he going to give chase to the shuttle first? Either way, we've got plenty of anti-air here. Now, we're probably going to lose that photon cannon, but I think we can afford to. There we go. Easily dealt with. Let's get some replacement cannons up, just in case the zerg try and drop. Where did I put that shuttle? Let's put that shuttle back and finish off those terran buildings, just so we've got a bit more room to manoeuvre. It's a shame there wasn't really anything there other than those buildings. Some minerals there would have been very useful. You focus on the missile turret first. We're all set on defences there. So what we need to think about next is how we're going to drop there. You get back to mining. We're running especially because we're running quite low on minerals. Let's get these turrets destroyed first. I love how you can actually see the little person in the turrets now. There isn't actually a way to do this without destroying some terran buildings, so sort of was better to trigger that sooner rather than later. And that is how we do not use mutalisks. Now what I want to see is, can we get any... Let's get another hallucination. Let's get another hallucination. And let's see, is there a place we can land here? To try and... That's... Actually, yeah, okay. I think that's our landing spot. It's going to be difficult to get the shuttles in, but it will be doable. But I do think we're going to need some more shuttles. You guys get mining over there, because we are going to need to expand and get another source of minerals. And we'll just drop a load of dragoons over here and see what happens. So I think that point there, I should be able to get a shuttle to. Certainly an argument to be made that I could actually drop the Reavers in, and that might not be a bad idea as well. I'm going to save before I do that. What you can actually do is drop the Reaver, have it attack... Okay. Reconsider that plan then.
Awaiting command. It will be done. Chaos. Lucas acknowledged.
Definitely want to be careful with the Scourge there. That I want to keep safe.
Contact. It will be done. Chaos.
See how close together we can get these. So, now, let's see.
Lucas acknowledged. Contact. Jogal. Lucas acknowledged. Standing by. Jogal. Standing by. Lucas acknowledged. Contact.
Unfortunately, that didn't work.
Lucas acknowledged. Chaos.
I think we're going to have to drop in with some shuttles and just not sacrifice them necessarily, but be prepared for them to take some damage at least. In fact, we'll drop with the Reaver as well. So let's unload there. There we go. Now actually, what I'm going to do is, where's shuttle 4? You pick those up. Let's get the shuttles out of there. That definitely needs to get out of there as well. And I think we've now got a landing zone, basically. Unfortunately, the zerg have not taken too kindly to that attack. Right, that dragoon we want to try and shield. Let's get a load more dragoons on the go. A couple more shuttles. Okay, that shuttle's full, so that's not going to be taking anyone. These, however, definitely can be. So that's full. I think there was a fourth shuttle. So let's get these down here as well.
We are under attack.
Aha! Guardians. Interesting. See how slow the scouts are. So I want to replace those cannons. Or add some more. You guys unload there as well.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Definitely want a lot of dragoons. That's interesting. I think we're going to lose those. There's no way to quickly extract them. Actually, they might survive. So we've got another Vespene geyser here, although I'm not too worried about Vespene. Let's get that there. Let's get another cannon here. Of course, the cannon will be outranged by Guardians, but... Right. So we definitely need to get a load of these over for mining. That shuttle has reavers in. Where are other scouts? Shuttles. Well, for now, you just drop those off over there. There we go. Another shuttle full. Build a nexus there. And you build an assimilator. And we'll just have some extended mining, some long distance mining. Or long distance Vespene gathering. Now what I wonder as well is... Can we get... I was thinking if we can defeat that. Yeah, can we push these in here? Oh, actually, we can definitely get some weapon upgrades. Now, Can you get this Zerg? The Zergling's not actually reacting to being shot at, so that's nice. I wonder if they... Don't know why they wouldn't react to that, but... Not gonna... I'll take it. Right, you two, stop. Actually, hold on. You guys stay over there. You get that shuttle. Here we go. Let's see if 5 in that gas. There we go. Now there was another shuttle that came over here. And we will probably almost definitely find some more places to expand to as well. Can they reach? No, they can't. But I'll tell you what can reach, these scouts. If we can queue 2 scouts up now. How's that? Yeah, that's depleted, that's depleted. Now, yeah, I thought there might be more than one Scourge. You see the advantage of keeping those Dragoons nearby. Let's queue up another one so we've got a full control group of...
You've not enough minerals.
Of scouts. And in the meantime, let's get a few more pylons down as well. Or at least one more down. Nope. There we go. Now, what can you see up there? You can see Scourge. So, let's do the same thing again. Pull the Scourge towards the Dragoons. Although actually both scouts were able to deal with it, so... You get into control group 1. And what we need is some scouting information. I'm going to stick Tassadar in a shuttle. And I'm going to move him over to here so he can start casting hallucinations over here. And we got lots of minerals to play with over here. Now, how far are we off getting a scout there? Not far. A few more Dragoons, I think. Certainly wouldn't hurt, especially considering that's very annoying. So I think I want to take that out next. Might actually just build some scouts just to stick over here. Now, where's my fleet of shuttles? Actually, before we do that, where's Tassadar? Let's get some more upgrades on the go. Ground armour, I think, because it's one we can definitely afford. Right, you do a hallucination there. You go down there, see what you can see. You go down there, see what you can see. Scourge dealt with. Okay. So that's not easily assailable, but... is there in fact nothing here? Yeah, okay, so it's pretty much nothing there. Let's get them to waste the Scourge. We might not have enough to make a big push, to be honest. Right, let's get some pylons down.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
So that's going to be difficult to assail. It'll be doable, but we're going to need to clear the way first. We can probably get one more hallucination out. So you guys scout this way. In fact, you scout this way. See what we can see. And I'm going to send the real ones this way, see what they can see. Okay, so there's some guardians there, which we could probably snipe. And there's a zerg base down there, although we don't need to destroy that. Bring you guys closer together. There we go. One less things to deal with there. Let's get some air damage upgrades. We can't. What else can we upgrade or do? Let's get some more dragoons out. We're pretty much at max supply. Now, where's an ideal place to drop? Right, shuttles.
Awaiting instructions.
So.
Make use of me.
Ah! Got a shuttle full of probes there. Have I got... Let's hope I've not got another shuttle full of probes somewhere. Right, okay. Actually, I don't see why we should take... Let's leave the damaged one at home. Let's take a healthier one. Let's get a load more dragoons on the go as well. That's full already. This, come back. You pick up these two dragoons. Let's get a shield battery or two down here, actually. And then these, and let's bring the Reaver shuttle with us as well, actually. Now with those guardians cleared out there, that's going to make it a lot easier to attack here without getting quickly destroyed, because the guardians do a lot of anti-ground damage. Now we might have an opportunity to drop in here. The trick is going to be making sure they all drop so that they don't just get shot at. You focus on the spore colony. And you get out of there. They've done their job. I can't remember if Reavers continue to build while they're in the shuttle. I think they do. You drop the dragoons there. You drop your contents in there. These need to get out of the way. Now what I don't want to do is push too far in, because that will be pretty disastrous for the dragoons if they get isolated. These shuttles need to get out of here. Is it only that one that's got... Right, let's put you elsewhere. Yeah, okay. So, more dragoons.
The warriors have engaged the enemy. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Oh, that's quite a swarm of mutalisks there. You guys come nearer so you can get vision of the high ground, maybe. Now, one thing that's the scouts do get two quite nice upgrades later. One increases their sight range, which is appropriate for a scout unit, and one increases their speed, which again is appropriate for a scout unit. Hold on, don't push too far. Ah, infested terrans. So fortunately that didn't actually do anything to us, but the infested terrans do about 500 damage if they get to the target and explode. They're very vulnerable though, so they don't tend to actually get there. Let's get some more. Right, psi limit exceeded. We definitely need to drop some more dragoons because we're losing our landing force here. You guys drop there. We definitely want to take that spore colony out. Come on, unload. Guys, you're going to unload your units. Having a bit of a moment there. And let's get some more dragoons from over here. And then where are those shuttles? Then come over here and unload here. Now hopefully they will all sort of follow those instructions, but who knows.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Make use of me. Transmit.
So there's the infested command centre. I do want to see if I can wipe that out, just because I don't want any surprise infested terrans appearing out of it. And it was 2 zealots and Tassadar we needed. So, seems like a good time to bring 2 zealots and Tassadar. So, have we got 2? Yeah, good. I don't actually have to build any. So they've got a load of spore colonies up there just so you can't sort of rush and spawn. Right, those are guardians. I want those dead, especially because they will do unpleasant things to the zealot. Here we go. Let's drop Tassadar there. Bring you back so you're not on your own. Get these shuttles over here. Protoss base, Zerg base is pretty much wiped out. So, while we're doing that, you guys get in there. There we go. With that, we've achieved victory there, and we're ready to enter the facility. Okay, thank you for watching.